Good morning and happy Good Friday. I know I've started off kind of crazy this morning. Thanks everyone for coming out on this Good Friday morning. My name is Rich Wallace, and this is Strictly Business. We're here to talk about your business, my business, and business with all in general. And how do you maintain a business in this environment? Wow, that's going to be something. This is Good Friday. It is April 7th, and they're calling it Good Friday. I'm not sure why it's called Good Friday. Maybe somebody might want to Google that and tell me why we're calling it Good Friday. Because for what the season is that we're celebrating, today had to be a rough day for somebody. Today had to be not necessarily that good. I mean, if you think about it and you carrying two pieces of wood down the street and people are yelling and screaming at you, that doesn't sound like Good Friday to me. So if you're in business and you have people that are surrounding you, telling you what you can't do, how it can't work, what you need to do, and why you should just give up, and it's Good Friday. Well, what you have to know that going through Good Friday brings about a great Monday and a great Sunday. So as you are now dealing with, we want to call them your haters or your people that saying, hey, I knew you weren't going to be able to make it, or the people that are surrounding you saying, hey, this is your last day. Their boss gave you a check this afternoon, this morning, and said, this is your last day. Can you imagine how heavy those two pieces of wood gets every step? Because you've been told every way that this is your last day. You cannot go any further. Your business is done. Your mindset is over, and your thought process is done. One of the old songs say that if my soul is gone, I can't even do anything anymore. And that's not what people can take from you. People cannot destroy your dream unless you allow them. So we're going to talk this morning about your business and not allowing the people surrounding you to tell you, especially on Good Friday, how horrible your business is and how you're not going to be able to succeed going forward because this is your last day. That's what you're being told. They are drilling nails in your vision. They're putting holes in your prospective customers. They are putting bad seed all over you. And this is your last day. We'll be right back to talk about your last day and a new day in just a minute.
One of the secrets to exposure for your business lies within supporting Black businesses and entrepreneurs. And that is why the Southern California Black Chamber of Commerce is here, to connect Black businesses from the desert to the sea. Let's join hands to empower and sustain our community. By becoming a member of the Southern California Black Chamber of Commerce, you can grow your business and increase your clientele. With our innovation, we'll generate new businesses and get new customers. And we'll connect new mindsets with businesses from across Southern California to help bridge the wealth gap. Let's connect, build, and grow together. Join us now at blackchamberofcommerce.org.
Hey, and I'm back. My name is Rich Wallace, and I am the president of the Southern California Black Chamber of Commerce, from the desert to the sea. I'm also your host this morning on Strictly Business, and that's what we're talking about, is strictly business. But we're talking about Good Friday and today being your last day. Your last day in operation, your last day here. That's what everyone around you are saying. And they're drilling holes, not only in your hands, but they're drilling holes in your vision. They are telling you that this is coming in and it's going out, and you have no place to go. And the people that do believe in you are now seeing you powerless. They're now seeing that the people around you, the haters are becoming to even look right to them. And they believe that you were the person that could take them and help them go to the next level. But it doesn't look like you're going to be able to go to the next level, because the appearance and everything around you says today is your last day. Everything that is lifted up, all of the ideas and the plans and the things that you had going forward, the people that are surrounding you with the loudest voices are saying that today is your last day. And the more they say that, and the more you head to the final destination of that day, you see that the wood that you're carrying just continue to get heavier and heavier and heavier. But oh, look what happens midday of today being your last day. You get help to carry your pieces of wood. They're still carrying it to your destination, but you're getting a little bit of help. And when you get a little bit of help, your vision kind of perks a little bit. You begin to question if these people are even right, because at the beginning, when you were carrying the two pieces of wood, you were established that these people must have something going on. These people here are definitely after me. These people here must be the people, because now the other people that thought you could make it don't believe it, because they bought into that. They've seen the holes in your chest, they've seen the holes in your hands, and they see that your plan is just not coming together. The things that you said may or may happen, may or may not happen, doesn't look like it's going to happen, because today is your last day. And now, but on the way to end your day, help steps along, steps up. And help says, let me help you get to your last day. Let me help you get to the journey that's going to help you end this day. But it's only ending the situation. It's only getting you to help you walk through this disastrous day, that on the other side, we're not even talking about how the victory and things are going to come out, because it's only going to come out if you were able to walk through the day. And if you say, well, you know what, I'm just going to end this day, I'm going to go take me a nap, I'm going to sleep through the day. No. You must get through this trial. You must get through this challenge that is placed before you today. And the only way you can get through it is to walk through it with the right mindset. Yeah, they've drilled some holes into my ideas. My plans have changed. My landlord ain't kicking in no more. My mate, my girl, my guy, my friend, my buddy are all saying, man, I told you so. I knew it was going to be that way. How can you still maintain the victory that you actually now see may happen because you got some help carrying the weight that you have to carry? And a little help gives you a little confidence in getting to where you need to get to. But now, we're here. We have arrived to the destination. And when we leave here, there's no more you. And everyone will see and everyone will know that you really don't have the victory that you've been claiming. Because now we are getting ready to process you in a situation that you will not be able to get out of. And I believe that you will be able to get out of it if you believe that you can walk through it. Never say, oh, this is too much. Never, 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 never. Words that you use, that you put out, sometimes disables you to keep you from doing what you need to be able to do. So don't, I know sometimes in the process and you look around and everything is going the way they said it was going to go and nothing is really going right for you. It's all down in the dumps. My goodness, my goodness, my goodness. You have to say, hey, can you remove this from me? Can you help me get out of this? Can you change the situation so that I don't have to end my day today? But when you find out that you must end this day, you must go through this day, this process to be able to come out and for people to be able to know that you are who you say you are. But if you don't believe it, if it's taken, or if that doubt and disbelief comes in on you, then that's a struggle for you. But if you know that you're walking in, when you're walking down the street and people are surrounding you and people are, when you're doing good and everything is happening and oh, you're the guy and this and that, and you're handing out money and you're buying lunch and you're doing all these great things for small things. But to you, I'm really blessing the folks around me. I'm doing this and I'm doing that. And then all of a sudden, something comes out of nowhere and you go, man, somebody has taken something from me. Who touched me? Who changed my course? Who made things different than the way I thought they were going to go? And your homies that are hanging out with you, they look at you and they go, we don't even know what you're talking about. There's too many people around here that are doing all kinds of things. And you're asking us about a small touch? Well, you know that has drained some energy, that things are getting ready to change in that person's life. And that makes things change in your life. So when you're going through the struggle, if this is your Friday and it doesn't look like a good Friday, you know what you need to do? You need to invest yourself into someone else today. While you're climbing up, while they're lifting you up on your wood, while they're saying that this is the flag that people will see. This is the last of that they will see of you, and it is not going to look pretty. It is not going to look pretty. So you have to see yourself looking as good as you believe you can look. While on the outside, everyone can see the destruction and the failure or the lack of progress in your life. And you go, man, what the heck? How am I going to get out of this? No getting out. Today's your last day. No getting out. You must go through what's happening to you today in your business. You must deal with what's happening with the IRS in your business. You must deal with what's happening with your bank account, with your business, with your relationship, with the things that are seemingly keeping you from progressing. And you know what that is? That's not none of those things. That's you, because you've bought into the distraction that has come your way. And it's called a distraction for a reason, because they all know that you are going to receive what you're going to get. We all know that you're going to get there. But if we can distract you, that may throw you off course. And if you get off course, because it's like getting out of the lane that you're supposed to be in. You ever see an accident that happened after you changed lanes and the accident happened in the lane that you were in? Or you were 5 minutes late getting on the freeway, and when you got on the freeway 5 minutes ago, there was an accident? Oh, wow, I missed that. No, you didn't miss it. It was planned for you not to be a part of it. Because today is your day. Today is the day that you have to make some changes. Today is the day that you've got to walk through the situation and the things that are not going in the direction that you think they should be going. Today is your day. But tomorrow, we're not even talking about that, because it ends today. No one thinks you're going to be here tomorrow. No one thinks that your business is going to open up on Monday. No one thinks that, wow, did you see it close down? I saw the U-Haul truck over there hauling stuff off. Yeah, okay. But the U-Haul truck does not follow the casket. It goes in a different direction. So as you're moving your business forward in the trial of the struggle of today being in business. Now, if you're in Southern California, your business is rough. I mean, we got all kinds of rules here, but you're here, and those rules, if you know them, you can work within them. So if your struggle is today and you carrying those two pieces of wood and you're getting ready to go through the major part of the destruction that's happening, put a smile, call it, what does the song go? Count it all joy. Count it all joy. Because if you can count that joy as you being put into a boxcar and we're burning it up, and if you're counting it all joy as you're in the middle of that fire, you will be able to walk through that and get on the other side and not even smell smoke on you. Now that's deep. If you can walk through it and not even remember the pain, like women that have children, I'm amazed by our beautiful female process to deliver a child and all of the pain that they go through and all of the feet swelling and all of the things that I hear about that they deal with. In a flash of a moment, someone hands them someone else, and all of that is forgiven and forgotten. And like, wow, look at what happened here. Look at what we were able to produce and bring forward. And that's what happens on your last day. The pain and all of the things that you're dealing with having to shut your business down, having to change your name, having to deal with, having to go to the landlord, having to go to the bank and say, look, we ain't got it, but we can get it. If you believe in me, I believe in me, things can make some changes. Step up to your situations. Don't dodge them. Step up to the things that you have to move forward. And if you move these things forward, that disruption will not be part of the ending results. And you got to have ending results. You have to see the victory on the other side while you're in the middle of the trial, while your house is burning down on fire. You're standing outside with your house slippers and your robe on, and you say, thank God we got out. Yeah, and it's still burning. Oh, man, we can cry about the photos that we lost and the espresso machine that we don't have anymore. But we decided to buy some insurance. We decided to place something on that. So as Job and others were losing people and things around them, all of those things came back double. All of the things that you thought were so valuable and so important to you in your business and your process, that you go through that process and you now see that, hey, you know what? I think I'm going to come out on the other side. I think I may be able to deal with this, as they're drilling holes in your vision, as they're keeping you from walking, as they limit the amount of conversation that you can have, as you can see the sweat from the pain of opening and having to shut your business down, or having to deal with your business being threatened to be shut down. How do you come through that? You have to look on the other side. You have to open the book and say, hey, here's an answer, and you have to believe it. And you know what? If it does not come to pass and you die today, and your vision, your dream, all of those things crash because it's Good Friday, and the people said they were going to crash, and they all crashed by 5 or 6 o'clock this evening as the sun goes down, and you drop everything is done. And you say, wow, okay. Friend of mine told me one time, he says, they were threatening to cut off my phone. He says, and every 3 or 4 seconds, I would pick up the phone and see if it was still on, And by the time they cut it off, and when he found out it was off, it could take a big break and say, man, I am so glad I don't have to keep testing that. And if you walk for a couple days, you can find out that you were able to do without it. So when 2, 3 days are over and that you walk through that struggle and those things that were not going to go the way you thought they were going to go are gone. And as the song says, it's a new day. And when you get a new day, when you get something new, and all of the struggle that you walk through, I'm telling you, don't go around it. Walk through it, deal with it, make things happen. Don't put your dreams on a shelf because there's a shelf there. You ever have a table or something in the middle of a room and you call it a catch-all? Every time somebody goes through there, they put something on that table. Every time, next thing you know, there's a whole bunch of stuff on this table. Wait a minute, hold on. Remove the table. Don't allow the clutter and the things around you to keep your vision from progressing. Your vision must grow. It's like a plant or anything else. If it doesn't grow, and I said this before to you in the past, that if you're in the same place today that you were in April 7th in 2021 or 2022, then something going on. That means you have a whole 12 months that have passed you and you haven't progressed. Now, if that's happened to you, don't say, hey, I'm done. No, because you can still change. You still breathing, you can still change. You can still make some things different. You've walked through those situations and now it's a new day. And every time that sun comes up, it is a new day and a new opportunity for you to fulfill the vision and the passion and the dream that you believe that you have within your system. This is strictly business, and this is what we're talking about. We're talking about business and the attitude of moving forward and the attitude of being able to stay and to maintain in yourself in business. And if you can do that and you can get through the struggle, once I said, get through, because you got to go through to get out. If you go around, guess what? You're going to still have to go through. And part of it is education. Part of it is knowing what's happening. And here's a possibility to be able to help you with your education.
Good news for the Southern California business community. Now you can add your business to the Southern California Black Chamber of Commerce Business Directory complimentary. We have been working tirelessly to build a list of Black-owned enterprises in Southern California. This is an excellent way for you to be a part of an expansive network and find your ideal customers, business partners, and vendors. So don't waste time. Visit blackchamberofcommerce.org today and add your business today.
And I think the most important thing that little spot said is don't waste time. Don't waste time. If you're not listed in this business directory, get in another business directory, because when that trial comes, you may need somebody to make that phone call as you are halfway to your destination and you got some help from someone in the crowd that you don't know. And that's how help comes. It usually comes from somebody that you don't know, somebody that you haven't touched, something that you don't deserve because it's coming from someone that barely even knows you, maybe heard of you, but you have paid it forward. You have done some things that Spectrum TV is doing, is paying it forward, giving out $15,000 worth of advertising, believing that if we help you, you can help someone else and things can move forward. So if you're not in our directory, get in a directory that's going to be able to help you move forward. Because in the middle of this trial on Good Friday, because so far it ain't looking too good for at least one person. And the people that believe that that person could be the deliverer, that one that could help them with their business, that could help them with their family, that could help them with their problems. A lot of times when you see good people go down, it pulls you down because you believe that those people were so much better than you. You believe that someone like Robin Williams that had millions of dollars and probably known as the funniest person in the United States, just naturally gifted in those things. Now, the gift works you, and it tells you to which much is given, much is required. So if you have that gift, then you have to understand that much is required from you. And this trial that you're going through on this Friday, it's a trial. So if they're telling you that it's going to end, if you buy into that, you will end it. Like Mr. Williams or others that have stepped up and said, it's over. I got to end this. You ended it. You can't start it back up. If you end it, you can't start it back up. So don't buy into it's the end. It is a process that they may be calling the end, but it's allowing you to begin a new day. And you must be here. You gotta be around for the next sun up, the next sunset, the next sunrise. And if you end it, then you have just given up. And those people in business go, well, I'm gonna try this for 3 months, and if it don't work, I'm gonna go get a job. Now, I got you need a job. Somebody got to pay the light bill. But don't end your vision for that, because you may have to sit in the dark for a minute. I hear that some of the most famous people that we know in the entertainment industry, Sam Jackson, Tyler Perry, this person, that person, have gone through struggles before they got to where they were to be able to do what they need to do. We were talking about Mr. Williams, Mr. Robin Williams, one of the funniest people in the world. But until he was on Happy Days, he didn't have a happy day. He was struggling. So from that point to the talent that you've been given, if you walk through the struggles and you use the talent, at the end, you will be victorious. And you talk about how that's going to happen because you've moved yourself through the struggle and not around it. You say, well, my print shop didn't work, so I'm going to close it and I'm going to go sell Amway. What? No. Go back, reinvent it, because they don't use the same presses that they used to use. They got different kinds of things now. So you may have to take a step back and go through that trial so you can learn the new technology, the new stuff. Oh, I'm not going to do it anymore because paper's obsolete. Everybody's online. They still cutting down trees. And as long as they're cutting down trees, there's going to be some paper. So even if your situation or the economical times have changed, you got to be able to make that change. And sometimes not being able to make that change puts you down the street with 2 pieces of wood, puts you in the middle of that struggle so that you will die. And sometimes, as you know, I heard a guy, a good friend of mine, says, dead men can take it. If you're dead to a situation, which means if you smoke cigarettes for 20 years, 50 years, 30 years, 2 days, whatever it is, and you don't have a desire to smoke cigarettes today, that means you've died to that situation. You didn't physically die, but that thing that held you died within you. So that's what you're carrying the wood today, because it's Good Friday. Yes, something is going to die today, but those things that are going to die today are things that you needed to get off of you, that you were just dragging along. Sometimes you carry the enemy with you when you should have cut that dude loose a long time ago, when you should have ended that thing a long time ago because you were in the wrong lane. You can notice today, a lot of the football coaches never played football. I mean, professionally. That amazes me, because I thought that football players are supposed to be the coaches, and that's not necessarily so. And sometimes you can take a defensive lineman, a guy that you don't even hear about, and he turns out to be the most famous person around you. So you have to be able to say, hey, this guy is a defensive lineman. He don't make touchdowns. He don't do none of the good famous stuff. He don't have a touchdown dance. He doesn't do these kinds of things, but he is now one of the highest paid football analysts, one of the highest paid talk show analysts, and he still got a retirement from the NFL. I don't even have to tell you who his name is, but if you don't figure that one out, then you don't watch football. So what I'm saying is that the struggle that you're in is the struggle to get rid of some things that you don't need to move forward. Yes, something will die today. And I'm carrying 2 pieces of wood to the death place because I'm going to leave them there. I'm going to take all of these things that have not allowed me to move forward, and these people that are saying that you can't do this. You must be out of your mind. You're going to make a studio in Atlanta? You're going to have your own production? Don't you know that you used to sleep in your car? Don't you know that you never had any of this kind of thing? Don't you know that you really not that funny? Do you know that? No, I don't know that. I think I'm funny. I think I can build a studio. In fact, I got 2 pieces of wood to start with. Yes, because I'm going to take this over here and I'm going to kill everything around me that keeps me from thinking. You've drilled a hole in my vision. I can see it in my hands. I can see the hole. I can see the nails that you nail me down to a particular thing that I can never change and move forward. No, I can't see that. I can see the outcome. A friend of mine used to say, he said, Rich, I seen the end of the movie. I know who wins. And if you know who wins, the process, all the other things that happen in that 2.5-hour movie don't mean a hill of beans and a 40-acre field. Right, doctor? So it is necessary for you to know what the outcome is. And you have to believe in the outcome to be able to connect the dots. If you believe, you can see it, no matter if no one else can see it. I had a friend of mine, I got a lot of friends, a preacher friend of mine said, sometimes God will give a vision to the man next to you and won't give it to you. So don't buy into the fact that, I'll hear from God myself. No, he may be sending, and I'm going to use this term for those that want to hear it, he may be sending an angel to you for you to be able to get the information so that you can get to the end of the process that you're trying to get to. And information is only good if you engage it. And information is only good because it's timing. If I get the information before I get to the destination with these 2 pieces of wood to get rid of these other people that are on me, that are doing things, if I get the information before then, I may not carry this wood. I may not take these 2 pieces of wood to the destination that they need to be at. I may not be able to lay down these things that are keeping me from moving forward. Something must die today. It's Good Friday. Something has to end today because it's Good Friday. And you're not going to be able to remove the cup. You're not going to be able to remove the pain, or you're not going to be able to remove the things that are going to bring pain to you for this childbirth that is coming forward. You're not going to be able to change that. Maybe about 6 babies down the line is really easy, but it's still painful, and I don't know. So let me not go there. But it is necessary for you to be able to get rid of these things. They got to die. Something's got to die today because it's Good Friday. And it's not you. It's the things that are in you that are not allowing you to move forward. Because you stuck on stupid. I mean, I don't mean stupid, but you stuck on what someone else says you can't do. And there's so many examples that you've seen that makes what they say true. Yeah. Because they told me, and I said, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. I can do this now. And then what they said pops up again. You know why? Because they drilled a hole inside of your brain and they placed it in there. And they've taken this thing and they placed it in there. And you say, okay, I can overcome it because they only placed it on this side. They didn't put it over here on this side. So they've placed it in there. And you say, well, you know what? I'm gonna get past that, but it's still in there. It's still in your mind because they drilled a hole in it, and they drilled a hole in here, and they drilled a hole here. So you can see things coming out of your body. You can see that you're in some kind of pain, and you can see, but the unseen is what's happening. The ability to know that no matter what, so this is why we're carrying these 2 pieces of wood, so that we can take, and it's going to pull that thought out of there. It's going to allow you to place that stuff down there. And when you place all of those things, and you know what, you may have to make a list before you go. I'm just saying. Because you may not remember. You ever walk out the door and then drive down the street and then you got to turn around and go back because you forgot something? We talked about making a list. We talked about making a grocery list. We talking about making a business list. We talking about making a list of things that you need to get done even throughout your day. And some of those things on that list may need to come off. Some of those things on that list go with those 2 pieces of wood that you're going to leave over there on that hill. Some of those things don't belong to you because you have taken on the responsibility of somebody else that ain't going nowhere. Because some people are just roaming, I mean, in the beginning, when 2 brothers could not get along, they say that some people just roamed out to the land of Nod. They don't even explain what that is. And they say it's just wandering. What? You just out here? You just out here? I went to Palmdale. We had a great mixer with the Black Chamber of Commerce last night on that Thursday before Good Friday. And on the way there, it looked like desert. It looked like in the middle of nothing out there. And I thought, man, if I had to walk here, if I had to ride a donkey over here to get here, it might take me a while. But if it does, the journey of getting there, the journey of trying to get to where you're going to get to is not an easy journey. And it's not for the faint at heart. It's not for the emotional people. It's not for the person with a chip on their shoulder. Because if I see you got a chip on your shoulder, every time I pass you, I'm going to knock it down. Oh, your head too big. Your teeth is crooked. Oh, you got a bald head. Oh, you got too much hair. I can't believe you got those braids. I can't, all of that. Whoa. Take all that stuff with those 2 pieces of wood you got, take it over there and lay it down. Get rid of those things that you have because you don't need those. You really, really don't need those. And you don't need him, her, them. I'm telling you. Because if they say it's a challenge for you, then is it a challenge for you or is it a challenge for them with their unbelief? Because it's not necessarily, because I don't believe that anything that comes your way in a challenge form, that it's going to be too much for you. Unless you think it's too much for you, unless you say it's too much for you. You can't put words in the atmosphere like that. Your cell phone sends out signals. Your mouth sends out signals. And when you are walking, you walk into those cell phone signals. You can't feel them. We hope they don't hurt us, but we don't know yet. But we do know when your mouth sends out those signals and you walk into it, we know you've walked into the negative things that you've put out. These 2 pieces of wood, I'm going to take them over here and I'm going to take these negative things. And if I got a list, I went to a church in Moreno Valley, Pastor Harold Weber one time on a New Year's Eve, and they had people write down things on their list. And they had paper shredders. Oh, that was pretty neat. They had paper shredders at the front of the altar there. And people would write down their list. And I didn't have to share my list with my husband, my wife, or this or that. This is my list. This is the challenges that are keeping me from moving forward. This is my 2 pieces of wood where I'm headed, and I got one guy helping me, but he's not helping me till I get to the middle, and I'm still on stage 1. I ain't got to nowhere else. But when I get to the middle, I got a little help, so I'm writing this down, and now I'm getting ready to walk to where I'm going to lay these 2 pieces of wood down, where these things are going to die from me, and I'm going to drop them in the paper shredder. Something did die. Something went away because now they're all shredded up. Now there are pieces of things that can't come back together to destroy the plan. I've taken them out of me. I've taken them out of me because that's where they were. And you don't feel them. I mean, because sometimes you got a good day and sometimes you got a great day, but they're still in there because they'll give you a good day. Bad ideas, bad people will give you a good day. They don't mind you having a good day. They don't want you to have a good life. And that's what you're here for, is to live a good life. And to live a good life, you got to pour some of that, even if it's a little bit of oil, even if it's a little bit of blessing, you got to pour some of that on somebody else. You got to give somebody a victory today. And when they get a day on Good Friday, because it's Good Friday, somebody please help me with why they're calling it Good Friday, but I'm figuring it out myself because something has to die today. Something. And it doesn't necessarily have to be, it could be the things, and it is the things that are blocking you to move forward, because you will find out in a couple of days, it's all gone. In a couple of days, you are walking in such victory, such illumination that you have now covered the entire world. The internet will allow you to cover the entire world if you go through, if you shed the shank off of you to be able to walk through where you need to walk through. I'm telling you, walk through where you need to walk through. Don't walk around. Don't put it down. People say, you know what? I'm going to do this for 6 months. And if it don't work in 6 months, I'm going to go over here to AT&T and Verizon, and I'm going to get me a job. Okay. You might want to go get that job now, because you're just wasting time. If you give it 6 months, you might want to go get that job now. Well, nothing wrong with having a job. Nothing wrong with having a side hustle and a job. But you got to manage your time. And we've talked about that in the beginning. We talked about that in January. If you manage your time, you can have 2 jobs and a side hustle if you manage your time. But you still, that's not going to keep you from going through dropping off these 2 pieces of wood, because you got 2 pieces of wood that you need to get rid of. You've got some people, you've got 2 people around you that are keeping you from moving forward because they keep planting seeds of unsuccess in your garden. They could keep putting things, weeds. You ever notice you don't have to water a weed? It just come up. And I got them coming up underneath concrete. That truly amazes me. Ain't no water getting to them. How they getting up between a little crack in the concrete? And they say that a little crack ruins a whole level, ruins everything. So if you allow a little bit of that negativity, a little bit of that, Lord, that's too much. You know, oh, I admire you for taking that much. That's another way of saying, oh, girl, that ain't gonna work. That's another way of saying that, because people are polite today. I mean, we've chosen our words so we don't offend anyone. Excuse me. So we don't bring anyone to a resolution that I'm the one that said you couldn't make it. I was just the one that pointed out the obvious. I was just the one that said to you, you don't know anything about directing TVs and movies and processing. I was the one that told you how to build a studio, took a whole bunch of land. I was the one, when you were in your car, sleeping in the car, and you were talking in studio stuff, I was the one that said, hey, okay, I believe you, Tyler. Let's go over here and get us a drink. Come on, you can tell me some more a little bit later. I was the one that said that. But look, I'm also the one that came out, hey, how about a job at the studio? I could be the janitor. I could be in the movies too, No, don't carry that dead weight. If you shake it once, I'm not saying don't go back and help folks. I'm not saying that. I'm saying if you've gotten rid of the problem, why pick it back up? Because you think you can solve it? Because you think you have the answer? No, there are other people that are passionate about what you're saying, that are passionate about what you're doing. And those people want to see you move forward. Those people that's that one guy that came and helped you halfway to the destination that you were going. because he knew those two pieces of wood you were carrying were too heavy at the time because you were getting closer and closer and closer to your destination. And the closer you get to your destination, the heavier those two pieces of wood get. You know, it's like a gambling fiend. The closer you get to Las Vegas, the faster you drive. So if you getting close and close to something that is going to change the lifestyle and change what you're doing, the closer you get, the heavier it gets. The less your finesse and the things that you know about, the less they look even positive to you. Because now I bought into the fact that I got holes in my hand. I got a hole. You drilled it. You drilled the fact that I can't do this and I don't know how to do this and you don't know how to do that. You drill those things into my head. Now I was, I don't listen to you, but they're in there. They're in there. And they find their way around in little ways to make you all of a sudden buy into that. Because it looks like it's over. It looks like things are going to die today on Good Friday. And the thing that it is, it's Good Friday, and it's Good Friday because I'm getting rid of some bad stuff. I'm shaking off. I'm taking these things with these two pieces of wood, and we're going to sit it here, and it's going to die. And it may look like I'm going to die with it, but no. I'm only going to sit it down. And when you sit it down today, step back, take a deep breath, and say, that stuff is dead. It is now gone. So what is it? The best time to get up is when you're sitting down. This is Rich Wallace, and thank you for joining an episode of Strictly Business. And we will be right back because it's your business that needs to get up. And after you sit down, that's the best time to get up.
Are you ready to change your life? Let us help you. At Youth Build Charter School, you can get a high school diploma and kickstart your dream career in no time. We offer high school diploma programs in construction, CNA, military, college, and entrepreneurship. If you are between the age of 16 and 24 and you want to manage your studies with a job, recover your credits, or graduate early, we can help you achieve your dream. Call us at 1-888-395-4408 or visit youthbuildinlandempire.org.
Yes, education is important. Formal education is very important. Informal education is important. But none of it means anything if you don't engage what you're doing. If you don't take it and get something with it. Because another friend of mine said, Ned the wino is the smartest person in the neighborhood. But Ned's a winehead. He doesn't engage. He doesn't move forward. And even in the fall, even in the struggle with these two pieces of wood, now that I got some help, when I fall down, I'm still trying to walk, even though I don't have the wood, I'm still trying to get to where I'm trying to get to. I'm leaning forward. They're having to pick me up 2 or 3 times because I don't have the wood, but I got chains and all kinds of stuff on me that keep me from moving, walking, shoulders back, head up, and walking forward because I got weight. Even though the biggest part is right here on the side of me because I can still see these 2 pieces of wood. I still have them in my peripheral vision. Y'all laughing at me because I said it wrong. But I can see out of the corner of my eye, as my daddy say. And I know you're helping me. And I appreciate it, bro, because I don't think I can make it. But I still got chains on me. I still got stuff on me because I haven't got to where I'm supposed to lay it down at. I still got to shake those things on the inside of me so they can get on the outside of me. That blood that is dripping down is bad blood because it needs to get out of me. I need to be able to function, and function is on the other side of the hill where I'm laying these 2 pieces of wood down. Functionality, progress is right on the other side of where I'm laying this bad vision. It's where I'm laying Pookie them down. It's where I'm putting down the folks that have been putting me down. I'm not putting them down, but I'm putting them down. I'm going to leave them here with these 2 pieces of wood, because these 2 pieces of wood mean me no good. And I've been carrying them all my life. I just didn't know it, because they were kindling, they were splinters, they were all kinds of things. And because I carried them for so long, they developed into 2 pieces of wood that are now heavy to carry. So I must release them, get them away from me, because it's Good Friday. And good things are going to happen, because I'm going to get to where I need to put the bad things down so they could die. So they could die. And if I can kill off all of this bad thing, and I can withstand through it, because I've asked for grace and mercy, please don't let me go through this. Help me get down and da. No, deal with it. What? Deal with it. Because once you deal with it and you get on the other side, oh, victory is mine. I'm now coming through an amazing situation that I don't have to look back at. I left all of the negative there. I left all of the chips on the shoulder. I tell people there's a lot of folks here today, but I'm going to use this term. You really can't piss me off. You really can't. I mean, you could do some things. You can make me not have to keep you in my circle anymore, because I've identified you're the one that's going to get me. You're the piece of wood that I've been carrying with me all this time. And now you have turned completely for a couple of dollars, a little bit of change. But thank you. Because sometimes when people come to you and they get you, as we say today, they got me, they get you for a little piece of change. They left too early. They should have hung around, because you're getting ready to do some phenomenal things and some great aspects, and get the cars and the vision and the stuff that people see that they think make you great, because it's just stuff. It's in the U-Haul when you're in the box. Yeah. So it's in the U-Haul when you're in the box, and the U-Haul goes this way and the box goes that way. So you can't take it with you. No. So you have to be able to pass those gifts along, pass those things along, do these things that you need to do, because you got 2 pieces of wood. Then you're going to take these 2 pieces of wood, you're going to lay them down. And in those 2 pieces of wood, like I said before, is trauma, is disbelief, is suicide, is I don't love you no more, is I don't need you no more. All of these things is in these 2 pieces of wood, and you're getting ready to drop them down in a site that will be unseen in your lifetime ever, because something had to die today, because it's Good Friday. And once we're through Good Friday, then guess what? The time and the thing that you had to lay down is now going to be finished. This is Strictly Business. My name is Rich Wallace. We're here Wednesday, Thursday, Friday morning, and we're talking about business. And your business is important. So you need to understand, to move your business forward, it may take a minute.
Hi, I'm Kevin Wallace, and I'd like to invite you to be a part of the 30-year anniversary celebration of the Southern California Black Chamber of Commerce. That's right, it's our anniversary, and we have a present for you. Sponsor any chamber event in 2023, and you will not only be sponsoring that one event, but your message will be prominently displayed at all of our chapter events, from the desert to the sea. Wow. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to get your message in front of our members and event attendees across Southern California. Space is limited, so visit our website at blackchamberofcommerce.org today to learn more.
And it's taking the Southern California Black Chamber of Commerce, 30 years of trials, 30 years of people, 30 years of situations that we now have bottled in 2 pieces of wood. And we have taken this wood as far as it needs to go. So we're going to take these 2 pieces of wood to our mountaintop. We're going to take the negative. We're going to take the belief of Black people can't work together. We're going to take the belief of somebody's always trying to do something to us. We're going to take the fact that there's a chip on our shoulder. We're going to take the fact that we do work with other people. We're going to take the fact that the Hispanic chamber and the Asian chamber and the Jewish chamber and the gay and lesbian chamber, we're going to take the fact that we are going to work with these groups and we're going to make some changes in our business community, because business is dollars and cents for everyone. And if you can make the cents, you can make the dollars. So the hole that they've been drilling in your hands and your mind with the negative stuff that we've now placed in these 2 pieces of wood that we're going to drop off as we continue our journey, because we have to stop here for a minute. And we may be here Friday and Saturday, because we're going to be here for a minute, because all of these things on us got to die. All of these situations and all of these negative people and all of this environmental and all of this acceptability of the world that we now, or we just have to accept things, we have to, no. All of these things, because you can love a person and not accept a person. Oh, Jesus loved everybody. Okay, all right, but God didn't, I'm just saying, let me stop there. So, because, there's some people that died, that got burned up. There's some people that just, fell in the ground, and I don't know. I think if I was watching the news and I saw some of those things that were happening in some areas in Jerusalem and these kind of places, I was like, man, what's going on? But if you look at the world today, wars and rumors of wars and situations and people, different countries are getting together and different people align on these people and these people align on these people. And the Republicans are saying this and the Democrats are saying this and the people over here. If you grasp all of that, because it's being drilled into your head, it's in the middle, got holes in it, you can see it. No, you don't buy into that. That's happening. But all of those things I put in these 2 pieces of wood. And I'm not even carrying them anymore. I'm walking aside of them because they're my wood. They're my problems. They're my issues. But I am not even carrying them anymore. I've gotten them off of me. I got them in the wood. I got my homie over here. He's carrying them for me. He got a little bit more muscles than me. And he's carrying them to the place that we're going to lay them down in, and they're going to die. They're not going to be there tomorrow. Because tomorrow, we're going to be there. We're going to be in that situation, and we're going to stay there. We're going to stay in that situation till they're all gone. And when they think they're all gone, they're going to come and get what they believe is the remaining part of me and take me and lock me away behind a rock. Come on, a rock? That's what they're going to do. They're going to, once you drive all of that stuff out of you because they think you're done, you're not done. You're not done. They believe that you're done. So they're going to take all of that. They're going to take you down because you're done. You're finished. And you're not finished. You're just starting. It's a new day. Act like it. This day is made for you. And all you got to do is be glad in it. And walk in it and look for your victorious situations to happen for you because it's Good Friday. And once you've done your Good Friday and you get through it, you will see the victory is mine. This is Rich Wallace. You have been here with an episode of Strictly Business, and I appreciate you coming. So if you like what we said today, come back Wednesday. If you didn't like what we said today, come back Wednesday. Shoot me some email. Let's talk. I'm with the Southern California Black Chamber of Commerce from the from the desert to the sea. This is Edge TV Network. Good day. Have a great Good Friday.